Finance Minister for a very bold budget, especially around the infrastructure. The 1.97 lakh crore spread over 5 years is a great boost to in the infrastructure sector. It's a much needed one. It kind of starts to propel the capex cycle in India. Coupled with this, we have the remarkable PLI scheme and 13 champion sectors that the government wants to focus and make India very competitive on that. I think here we have to remember one thing, that we need to build these deep localization, full value chains, so that the supply chains are not disrupted as we saw during COVID. And I think identifying these champion sectors and building those clusters and allocating very boldly the resources, also debt financing, I think is a very remarkable step, in my view, in the right direction. I think the time for India has arrived to become a manufacturing powerhouse, and the outlay that the finance minister has kind of set would clearly set the direction and propel us to become, the $5 trillion economy, and even get to the $10 trillion in the next decade. So I think I'm very bullish, especially on the infrastructure and the opportunities in terms of capex cycle, job creation, and the further spurring up of the growth that can come would be really, additive impact on the future boost that is needed in terms of our GDP growth.
Personally, I've been following up with the union budget, and post the release, I could say I'm pretty disappointed because there are certain things which is missing from there. The first, I would say, is the policy, direct policy, which is impacting the EV infrastructure. There is no budget allocation for that yet. I think, during this time, there are a lot of startup companies coming around and building the India's ecosystem drive. But then when there is no infrastructure support, I won't say the infrastructure is missing, but there has to be a lot of development in terms of growth for companies like us. We expect this kind of policies to be in place in lieu of supporting us having an ease of business in India. But our ultimate objective would be the building of ecosystem, the greener life, the eco-friendly commute, which we are promoting, which even the government was promoting till date. I don't know what happened this time. I think that went missing. The personalized commute has taken shape, and people are preferring these kind of modes of transportation. This is the right time where I think government should come forefront and talk about improving the ecosystem in terms of adapting electric mobility in their lives, and already relate with the European countries and how they have completely shifted from the IC engines and promote right now is I think running 100% towards the EV segment. A very important part in terms of their policies. Something similar should be adopted by India as well. Majority of the electronics are being imported from different countries around the globe, and if we get an increment in the import duty, the ultimate landing cost for an end consumer goes really high, and that is affecting the adoption of EV. I would say specific models of EV, let's say cycles, scooters, or even cars. They would be priced higher, and it will be very difficult for a common person to relate it in terms of adopting it for their personalized commute. So that's something that is very important, and people have to understand from the government body that such kind of strict policies for increasing the import duty will directly impact the adoption of EV as well. Belonging to the EV segment myself and promoting eco-friendly ways from our company's various perspective, we should all come together on a company level, and we should have certain kind of talk with the government before any kind of policy has been made. I think on that contrary, when that has been done and a policy has been made in lieu with our advantages and the government as well, I think India can really have a potential to transform itself into a complete EV segment within 5 to 10 years down the line period.
Budget 2021 has really been very encouraging. The government has laid great emphasis on infrastructure. 5.5 lakh crores on roads, railways, etc., making it more connected. This will indeed boost real estate in many ways to come. There may not have been any direct relief, but yes, ATIBA has been extended. A tax holiday for affordable housing has been extended by one more year up to 31st of March 2022. The first time buyers in affordable housing less than 45 lakhs will get again a benefit of 1.5 lakhs. Senior citizens will get relief of not filing any income tax returns. They'll have to pay tax naturally. As far as the dividend distribution concerned, it has been done away last year. So therefore, you can just simply file your returns on the basis of your advance taxes. There has been a lot of consideration given also to migrant workers. There is a portal for them. Steel and iron, the prices will come down, will rationalize after reduction of the duty. Therefore, all in all, it is a good budget and very encouraging for the economy.